Unforgiven is behind us, we are still the champion, and we've made it through the worst angle yet. Cyber Sunday is just around the corner. Let's get into it. And as always, if you like this series, leave some feedback down below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. It helps so much. Thank you. Post Unforgiven Power Rankings has us at the top spot, of course. Man, I tell you what, I'm glad to be done dealing with this stupid relationship bullshit. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Mickie James and Jeff Hardy have been secret sweethearts backstage for some time, but apparently that's all over. When asked what caused the breakup, Mickie James had a lot to say. "I just felt it was time to refocus on my career," says Mickie. "After all, I'm one of the most talented divas in the WWE. I need to start acting like it." Are there any new men in her future? I'd be lying if I said the Raw locker room wasn't full of eligible guys, says Mickie. One in particular has attracted my attention. Carlito has a lot to offer. So here we go, Carlito just destroying relationships. Mickie respects us more than her ex-man, Jeff Hardy.
"Don't think for a second that I don't know you're the reason me and my girl just split up. And don't think that you're not going to pay for it either."
Last night's Unforgiven was definitely one for the books. And the road to Cyber Sunday starts right now. This is your barbecue-loving friend Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, the King of Memphis, bringing you live action, Monday Night Raw style.
Every superstar in the locker room wants to be a part of Cyber Sunday, JR.
You're not wrong, King. And the best way to do that is to make an impact here tonight.
Making an impact is what the Raw superstars do best. I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
Oh, come on now. What's he doing here? He's not involved in this match.
Maybe not officially, JR, but it looks like his presence is going to be felt here tonight.
Well, you can say that again. This is a damn buggy.
He just took one heck of a beating, and he's not even in the ring yet.
That's not going to improve his odds of victory here one bit.
You can say that again. He might as well not even bother competing tonight.
And despite the assault we just witnessed, I don't think we can expect this man to have any mercy for his opponent.
And I don't blame him. Whether he was in on that ambush or not, it just made his night a whole lot easier.
Jeff Hardy really laid into us, which is not a good thing to have happen before a match against somebody like Umaga. But we are the WWE champion, and we're the champion for a reason, and not for nothing. We hit Umaga with a monkey flip, we hit him with a neck breaker, and then, of course, we hit him with that Carlito Cushion, the grapple of the apple, and we sent Umaga on his way.
I'm amazed that he can even walk away from the ring after that one, quite frankly.
And he's just barely walking away, JR. It looks like that leg might be injured.
I wouldn't be surprised. The match was brutal enough, even without the ambush before.
I don't even know why he went through with it. He might have been seriously injured.
It's because he didn't want to let the WWE fans down, King. He's got an awful lot of heart.
He's got a lot of heart, all right. Too bad it's not pumping any blood to his brain.
Wow, I'm real sorry that I've got such a crazy ex-boyfriend. Look, I know you've got a non-title match against him tonight, and if it's okay with you, I'd really like to manage you. And, by the way, I mean, after the show, if you're not busy, I'd really like to spend some time together, if you're up for it.
Okay, Mickie trying to spend some quality time with the champ Carlito, and attacking Carlito is not enough to take him off of that #1 spot in that power rankings. Friends in low places. Challengers are lining up for a shot at Carlito's WWE Championship. The first in line appears to be Randy Orton. Don't know why they can't just say Randy Orton. The Legend Killer is dangerous enough on his own, but it seems he's amassed a group of friends with similar interests. They include Khali and the recently dumped Jeff Hardy. Perhaps Orton's most influential ally is Candice Michelle. "I love being Orton's queen," says Candice. "I told him I'd love to see him wear the WWE Championship, and he's fully prepared to give me what I want. I am irresistible after all." They're going to get a 2 out of 10 for the Candice dialogue.
Hello, everybody, where Cyber Sunday is just over a month away. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler at ringside. And tonight, folks, it's all about payback for one superstar.
He could have avoided this whole situation if he wasn't chasing another superstar's girl.
Well, first of all, King, they're no longer together. And second, I don't think he had any involvement with her whatsoever.
Maybe you're right, but I don't think these guys are interested in listening to reason.
You look up delusional in the dictionary, and you'll see this man right here. He's blaming his recent breakup on his opponent.
He might be delusional, JR. Doesn't make him any less dangerous.
This is a surprise. He's coming out here with his opponent's ex-girlfriend. Let the head games begin.
That's like waving a red flag in front of a bull, JR. Didn't he get a bad enough beating last week?
And Jeff came at us with reckless abandonment. That broken leg of ours is really starting to hobble us. Jeff Hardy was able to get the quick pin using that possum pin style, and you know what? He pulled a fast one on us, and Jeff Hardy got the victory to redeem himself.
I'd hate to be the next superstar to cross that line.
No kidding. I don't think I've ever seen him this angry.
And I have a bad feeling in my Oklahoma guts that this isn't over.
Normally, I'd say you just ate too much barbecue, JR. But I think you're right. This is personal now.
And that makes everything more dangerous for everyone involved.
Absolutely. This is
Got some
making a
serious
lot worse
animosity
before it gets
brewing
better.
between Jeff and I, but we've got another article as well. Number one contender credits Queen. Randy Orton has been on a tear lately, as evidenced by his securing of distinction as number one contender for Carlito's WWE Championship, even though we just beat him at SummerSlam. The title will be defended at Cyber Sunday pay-per-view, which is combining all three WWE brands on one show. Carlito has been very successful in his run as champion thus far, but the Legend Killer may be his biggest challenge yet, and he's got a little moral support on his side. I owe everything to Queen Candace, my lovely and talented associate. Without her, I'd be nothing. Together, there is nothing that could stand in the way of my capturing the WWE title. That does not sound like Randy Orton. We have just signed an $800,000 contract, boys. We are getting that bag.
Well, I guess that proves to my ex that she backed the wrong horse. That win didn't get me the championship, but it proved that you're both losers who deserve each other.
I'm confident he wouldn't be saying that if we didn't have a broken leg. And Jeff Hardy's insults don't mean anything because we are still number one on the... Oof. We are number 7 on the power rankings.
We're just 1 month away from Cyber Sunday. This is your barbecue-loving pal, good old JR Jim Ross, alongside the King of Memphis, Jerry Lawler. We're at ringside, and the champion, folks, is in action here tonight.
And it might be a non-title match, but you couldn't find a tougher competitor.
That's right. He's no stranger to championship gold.
And if he plays his cards right, he could be our champion after Cyber Sunday.
This man has worn championship gold in the past, and there's nothing he'd like better than to wear it again at Cyber Sunday.
A championship is like an addiction, JR. Once you've held one and lost it, the only thing you could think about is getting it back.
Well, let me say this, friends and neighbors. The champion's got all he can say grace over tonight. Fortunately for him, this is a non-title match.
But that doesn't mean he can just phone it in. A big loss here would fire up every potential contender in the locker room.
So another familiar foe, the Hot Break Kid Shawn Michaels.
Nobody can withstand here tonight.
Shawn Michaels seems to be his own little neutral party in this angle, doesn't have a whole lot of relevance or ties to Jeff Hardy or Randy Orton. He's not on their little squad like the Great Khali is. So we just had ourselves a nice match with HBK, picked up the dubski, and got on our way.
Oh my, would you take a look at that?
It's good to be the king, JR. Believe me, I know.
How sweet. The king and queen of Raw, basking in their glory. Enjoy your title reign, your majesty. Because it's going to be a short one. In fact, why don't you just hand the championship over to this man right now?
That seems a little unlikely, if you ask me.
You're laughing now, but we'll see who's laughing at Cyber Sunday.
I hope the champ isn't taking this too lightly.
And we come back to our locker room to find that it has been completely remodeled. Look at this. We got a poster of Chris Masters, and then we've got his boots down by our chair as well. I think that's a picture of Mickey. This looks great. Champ outrages royalty. The self-professed royalty of Raw, Randy Orton and Candice Michelle, have been aiming some verbal barbs at champion Carlito. Queen Candice is not impressed with the title holder's actions. The impertinence of Carlito frankly makes me ill, as does the fact that a poper like him is holding the WWE Championship. Gold of that stature belongs with royalty. Mainly, my man and king, Orton. Normally, I would just go and snatch the title, which is mine by right, says the rated R superstar? Okay. Okay, we gotta talk about this. Rated R Superstar, we can't call him Randy Orton, he's just Orton, and he's also the Rated R Superstar. The inaccuracies continue to pile on. But I do not wish to soil my noble hands. I have knights to put Carlito in his place. He won't even make it to Cyber Sunday, forcing him to relinquish the championship without conflict. That ain't happening. Back up top.
Hey, I was just calling to wish you good luck tonight in your match. I mean, I know it's not for the championship, but I know that doesn't matter to you. That's why you're the king of this brand, as far as I'm concerned.
So you thought that was a joke last week, huh? Well, this week on Raw, I'll show you who's the joke, and I guarantee you won't be laughing when it's over.
This message from Candace explains that we actually get to choose who we face tonight. We missed the last one of these before we faced HBK, but we've got a choice between Jeff Hardy, Khali, and HBK. We're gonna pick Jeff Hardy so we can get some revenge for him handing us that loss.
We're less than 3 weeks away from Cyber Sunday. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside, and the champion really riled up his #1 contender last week.
And that's just about the dumbest thing he could have done. You don't insult a man like that.
Well, it doesn't seem like the #1 contender's eager to do anything about it this week.
It might seem that way, but I think he's just luring the champ into a false sense of security.
He's one of the most dangerous superstars on the Raw roster, and he's set his sights on the champion.
And look who he's got with him. Things are going from bad to worse for the champ.
And here comes the champion for this non-title match. He's looking good.
JR, I can't believe you'd mention how good the champ looks and completely ignore that gorgeous piece of eye candy at his side.
Revenge Tour 2023, once again facing off with Jeff Hardy for what may be the 8th time so far this series. It was a good match, we got some things going, but Jeff Hardy, once again, that slippery little snake, taking advantage of the broken leg. He hits us with a devastating whisper in the wind, has our shoulders down for that 1, 2, 3, and gives us a back-to-back loss against Jeff Hardy.
JR, don't tell me you didn't see this coming.
Would you look at this? The champ's coming back.
Wasn't much of a comeback.
Now what's he doing?
I guess we now know who wears the pants in this kingdom.
That championship belt isn't his to give to anyone. And if that's the only way he can get his hands on it, I don't like his odds at Cyber Sunday.
Gold switches hands via sticky fingers. Possession is half the law, then the Legend Killer has as much claim on being WWE Champion as anyone. Both Randy Orton and his queen, Candace, are overjoyed at having Raw's most prestigious title in their hands. However, it wasn't won in a match, but rather basically stolen away from the recognized champion Carlito. I told you we'd get that belt soon. Now it's where it belongs, with the real royalty of Raw, Queen Candace and King Randy. Being a champion is more than just having 10 pounds of gold around your waist, says Carlito. Everyone knows I'm still recognized as the true WWE champion, no matter what these royal pains say. We're back with the heat, but we have still got this broken leg hampering us.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about what happened to your championship belt. I mean, that never would have happened if I was at ringside with you last week. And that's exactly where I'm going to be this week. And I'm not taking no for an answer.
We've got less than 2 weeks to go until Cyber Sunday. It's JR and the King at ringside, and our champion is in a foul mood tonight, folks.
Can you blame him? He lost the championship belt last week.
He didn't just lose the belt, King. It was stolen from him.
Well, if he wants anyone to respect him as the champion, he'd better get it back pronto.
And here come the two superstars who helped the #1 contender steal the championship belt last week.
Yeah, they made the champ look like an idiot. And that's something he's going to have to take care of pronto.
Supposedly, the champion was asked to pick his contender, but it doesn't seem like his vote was taken into account.
Leave the voting for Cyber Sunday. A true champion will take on anyone at any time.
Carlito once again takes on the Great Khali. No steel cage match. We take care of business a little bit more quickly and more efficiently than the last time we played Khali. And ultimately embarrass this big old bastard and send him on his way.
He doesn't look too pleased about the outcome of that.
I think he expected to take the champ out of the picture before Cyber Sunday, and he couldn't do it.
I think the champ is ready for more.
He should have shown that kind of spirit last week, and he'd still have the belt.
Well, if the champion survived that match, I gotta think It's only a matter of time before he reclaims what's his.
Yeah, but the longer he holds the title without having the belt, the less respect he's going to get from the locker room.
Listen, champ, I know you're the champion whether or not you've got the belt around your waist, but this is embarrassing. Do whatever it takes to get it back, or else.
Champ says goodnight to Knights. Carlito is getting fed up with the shenanigans of King Randy Orton, Queen Candice, and their minions. This week he's aiming to put an end to the Knights. It's time to regain some order on Raw. If you want something done right, you do it yourself. Jeff Hardy and the Great Khali have been sticking their nose in my business long enough. I'm going to give them a golden opportunity. Them against me in a 1 versus tag match. Carlito wants to get rid of all the distractions so he can focus on his title match at Cyber Sunday with the legend killer Randy Orton. After that, he vows that all the King's horses and all the King's men won't be able to put Orton back together again. Fire. It's been a while since we've had these shots taken in the articles, so we got a little twofer in this episode. You gotta love it.
You know, I'm proud of you for doing whatever it takes to get back what's rightfully yours. I mean, just when you think you couldn't impress me anymore, you find a way. You know you've got my support at ringside this week, no matter what.
Mickey is in fact a real one, and this 2-on-1 handicap match just became a tag team match with Mickey James in my corner.
King Lawler at ringside, and tonight, the champ sends a message to the allies of the #1 contender.
I'll give him credit for asking for this handicap match, but he still hasn't gotten the title belt back.
And you can only imagine the frustration building in the champion.
Fine. He's angry. I get it. The question is, what's he going to do about it?
These two have backed up the #1 contender for the past several weeks. Tonight, they face the champion in a handicap match.
And if the champ gets the worst end of it, he's got no one to blame but himself. He asked for it.
And would you look at who's coming to ringside? The #1 contender, who is illegally in possession of the championship belt.
Yeah, well, after this Sunday, he might be its rightful owner, especially if his guys do a number on the champ tonight.
Those who have talked to him backstage report that the champion is seething about the theft of his title belt.
I'm not surprised. I can't imagine anything more disgraceful than going into a title defense without the championship belt.
Carlito was doing that work. He was handing out the smoke at a discounted rate for free $99, boys. Khali, Jeff Hardy, they did not have many answers for what we were throwing at him. However, the answer that they did have was just enough. The answer was to take advantage of our broken leg. I'm convinced that as long as someone pins us with this broken leg in effect, we will not be able to kick out, because Jeff picks up his 3rd victory over us in a single episode. What is going on?
That's what I call a couple of idiots.
So much for history repeating itself.
Wow, that woman got a great set of knock.
Don't say it, King.
What? What's wrong with saying
We've got to be careful. She may get us kicked off of YouTube, but thank goodness we got Mickey. She got us our championship belt back, and we've got another article. Battle lines drawn for Cyber Sunday. Carlito may have regained possession of his title belt, but it may be a short-lived reunion, as the championship will be up for grabs at Cyber Sunday. Okay, this next paragraph, I'm gonna read this word for word, guys. Queen Candice seems confident of her Charge Orton chances at the pay-per-view. Carlito has made his battlefield, and now he must fight upon it. It is there where he will find King Orton to be a superior opponent in every way, and it is there where he will lose his WWE Championship. They picked themselves up a little bit, but that it started off rough. Raw executive assistant Jonathan Coachman seems willing to let all of this transpire. Not a big supporter of Candice and Orton's methods, but they've certainly got the champ's attention. It should be one heck of a match at Cyber Sunday. It will be one heck of a match at Cyber Sunday, and we will deliver that to you in the next episode. Thank you everybody for watching. If you made it all the way through, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave some feedback down below. I would appreciate it so very much. Otherwise, take it easy. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.